Dr. Samuels, a year ago, you and I went to Malmö, Sweden, to inform the mayor and other officials in Sweden that the Wiesenthal Center was slapping a travel advisory on that city. Has anything changed in a year?
Yeah, it's got worse. The rabbi was hit 50 times in this past year, he and his small children. The Roma have been attacked and threatened, and we've had this horrible mock auction of black slaves at the university, with posters all over the city attacking the whistleblower, an Afro-Swede. In fact, those circumstances, there didn't seem to be any reason to relax or remove the travel advisory. The mayor has continued with his antics in blaming the Jews for everything. And in fact, at one point he said that his own house was attacked by extreme right activists, and where were the Jews? They didn't come to help him, so why should he help them? 700 Jews are still under siege.
Absolutely incredible. Is there any hope for change? Is there any demand from change from leaders in Stockholm or from the leadership of his own political party?
His own political party see him as important to them because of the changed demographics. The fact that he would be re-elected if he stood again today because of the huge Muslim community that have their faith in him, although the head of the Muslim Center does not have his faith in him and has spoken out that there's been a radicalization of Muslim youth that have attacked his own mosque. So unfortunately, even at a university seminar in which I participated in Malmö last week, there were it was quite clear they didn't even understand the situation. There was one professor who spoke about hate crimes. He gave lists of perpetrators, but he missed the fact that a victim can also be a perpetrator, and that by importing the Middle East conflict non-stop, this mayor is in fact putting one sector of his community in danger and exacerbating the relations between these two faith communities.
Last question. Hannah Rosenthal, the United States State Department's envoy on anti-Semitism, recently had a face-to-face sit-down with the mayor. What was her reaction? Is there any hope for change? And is Malmö the face of Europe's future?
Hannah Rosenthal, 2 hours before her meeting with the mayor, I brought to her the director of the Muslim Center, who has been a victim of Islamist radicalism, jihadism, and the leader of the Roma Gypsies. She was horrified at the stories that she heard from those two. It was on television all over the world. Great insensitivity to multiculturalism. What did she come away with? She met with the mayor. She refused to shake his hand. I think that was a very honorable step on her part. She said to him, "You will be remembered for, maybe you're not an anti-Semite, maybe what's in your head is not in your heart, or vice versa, but the language you use is anti-Semitic. That's what you will be remembered for, Mr. Mayor." The Minister of Integration came out attacking the mayor for what he had said to Hannah Rosenthal. And I think that it's a good thing that the representative of the Obama administration gets a glimpse of this picture. Whether Malmö is the future of Europe or not, I think that may be going a little too far, because Malmö is a microcosm. In that microcosm, you have elements that, yes, do exist in other European major industrial cities, but you don't have the same scale. Here, because it's a microcosm, you have 700 Jews in this terrible situation. That city is facing the abyss. And our travel advisory, I believe, has been a contribution by the Wiesenthal Center to forcing the Swedish government to at least pay for security for the Jewish community, which they never had before. Their human rights to assemble and pray freely were impugned by the fact that they had to pay for every guard every step of the way. They were not allowed to even have cameras, because cameras are against the law in Sweden. It defies privacy. So I think that the situation in Malmö, and as I said to people at the university, Malmö is not an anti-Semitic city. The citizens of Malmö are not anti-Semites. But they have a mayor who is intent on using anti-Semitic language and tropes to exacerbate the relationships and create an image of Malmö that perhaps is unfair. The day that he goes.
Thank you very much, Shimon.
Okay.